What is up, everybody? Welcome to OMG Rentals. This is the actual course. It's not the Welcome Now course. So we will actually be getting into the thick of things. Super excited to have you guys along. Thanks for joining. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about Peerspace and what it is. We're going to talk about why Peerspace. We're going to give a course curriculum and talk about the goals of why we're doing this and what's the outcome, what is the potential rewards that we are searching for. And we're going to mention the important things that you need to remember, and finally cap off our conversation with help and support. So you can tag along on our newsletter. This is where you get important updates regarding the course. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Just follow us for exclusive content. That is omg.rentals. And I say that because that is where we give lives, we do tidbits. It's just exclusive content that may not be in the course, may be touched on, but we do live webinars, and you'll find more content there. So give us a follow. And of course, if you like this, please share. I'm hoping to start a revolution. Let's change people's lives. Let's live rent-free. Without a mortgage, however you want to go about it. But I do need to give you guys a warning. This is the most important lesson in the course as of today. So make sure you pay attention. Watch the entire video. Don't skip. You can fast forward. The pro tip is actually watch it in 2.5x speed, 2 speed, whatever you prefer. So what is Peerspace? Exactly. So Peerspace, like they said, that is from the renter's side of things. Peerspace is a space for every moment. It's where photographers, creators, videographers, you name it, just creators in general go. They use this website to find unique spaces to rent it out for events or for content creation. In today's day and age, content creation, it's kind of a endless pit of opportunity. So that is what Peerspace is. And now, who am I and why am I related to Peerspace? Well, I am this handsome guy on the right side of the screen here, standing next to little Durk, and that is on my patio of one of my rentals. I got into Peerspace 2 years ago. It's been very, very fun and eye-opening. I had never heard about the platform in the past, stumbled across it from a TikTok, and thought it could do some damage. Because what it is you rent out your space for events or for photo shoots, productions, you name it. And there's no overnight stays, so you don't have to deal with squatters. You don't have to deal with the hassle of, you come back, your place is a mess. Like, you can be there while they rent it out. So it was a really, really unique loophole, especially when there's no, some places won't allow short-term overnight like rentals. So it's a great loophole in that sense, as well as a great way to, not everyone has a second home and can do overnight stays. So I stumbled into this, realized that really all you need to be able to do this is some sort of wow factor, some sort of, decorative, fun, entertaining, you just need to create a vibe and be a good host. So it's open to everyone. And with my experience, I've been able to meet A-list celebrities like Little Durk. Ace Hood also had a video on my balcony. So 2 nationally known rappers, along with endless amounts of creators, which you can find at #MadeInPeerspace. And I've worked with so many people. We've had over 100 bookings. We've had over 100 5-star reviews, over 1,000 bookings. And we've worked with all types and all sorts of people for all different amounts of reasons, whether it's photo shoots, wedding engagements, proposals, baby showers, bridal parties, dinner parties. We've seen it all. And not only is it fun being able to meet all these people, but it also pays. It pays very, very well. You'd be surprised about the amount of people, like the amount of money people would throw to be there for 6 hours of your day, and you can walk away with $2,000, $1,000. I mean, these are just screenshots of my bookings, and this is just one platform. This is just Peerspace. I also had offline bookings and Gigster bookings, and total I was clearing $15K a month and still am in rental revenue. It's allowed me to acquire a second space, all at the age of 26. And what I'll say is these reviews are really, really telling of it's not all like super easy, right? Like I had to work to get to where I am. We had to, you have to be a great host. And I think these reviews, the thing that sticks out to me is some people just talk about the space, amazing space, sure. But a lot of the people who booked and were repeat bookers were talking about the experience they had with me as a host and with the space. So your reviews are going to make or break you as a Peerspace host. It is the experience that you are providing these people. One thing I'd always like to say is people will always remember how you made them feel. So, make them feel good, and hopefully they'll come back and be repeat business partners for you. But so I have one more video of just what is Peerspace now that you've seen, a little bit. This one is from guys, like I'm saying, that clip we just saw was 9 months ago. So this is still just getting traction. It is such a hot market. It's your time to jump in now. I kid you not, over the last 2 years I've been in Peerspace and in this rental market, it has gotten madly competitive. So you need to jump in while you can. Even if you don't think you have a space, just get your listing in to start, because you're going to start gaining traction even if you don't know if you're going to do it. It's free, doesn't cost a thing. So let's talk about who it's for. As you saw, it can be for essentially anyone. I mean, that to me, that New York place looked a little ran down, but it was unique, and that's what we're looking for. So it doesn't matter if you're a homeowner or a renter, You can literally live rent free. Like I ran a Peerspace out of a apartment complex. It's crazy, right? Like this content creator world is just looking for unique spaces to create content. That's it. So you can literally live rent free by hosting photo shoots or events without the hassle of overnight stays. For homeowners, do you have a nice backyard? Most weddings are held outside. Do you know what most conventional wedding venues charge? It's atrocious. So people are looking and they are glad to pay a couple $1,000s to host a wedding in the backyard because these wedding venues are way too expensive, right? And they just want something with parking, with easy access, centralized to all their guests, unique. Like that is it. So I want you to clear your expectation of what you think you need in order to do this business, because you can kind of run this with anything. You just need to provide a vibe and an interesting, right? Like everyone has their own character of how they decorate their house. Just decorate your house as is, post it. You never know. So creative entrepreneurs, maybe you love designing. I have friends who just pick up warehouse spaces and they just design them for photo shoot style areas. So they'll just have a couple areas where people can go do content creation. So maybe you're a creative entrepreneur and you like to design and offer unique spaces. Maybe you're in design, maybe you're in interior design, right? Short-term rental host. Perhaps you already have an Airbnb or VRBO and you're just looking to fill some vacancies because you've seen that market get incredibly complicated and competitive as well, right? So this is a perfect way to fill some vacancies, and it's not overnight stays. So you can have someone in the morning, right? And then you still have check-in at 3 p.m. and you still, right, you're maximizing your profitability. Perhaps you're a small business owner, whether you run a coffee shop or whatever else it could be. You could host after-hour events, increase revenue, as well as your visibility. Or perhaps you're a real estate investor or a property manager. Maybe you have commercial properties, right? Mixed-use commercial properties. Atlanta's known for that. Boston, Chicago, all these old places that have mixed zoning laws, right? Perfect opportunity. You're not having long-term tenants. You don't have to, this is something you're not going to have to vet and do, essentially just do background checks and run all these metrics and expenses and applications for. It's perfect. I mean, you have insurance from Peerspace and you're covered on that front. And if it's a filmmaker, they're supposed to provide the insurance too, and you can find, we'll talk about that in the course. We'll talk about all the documentation needed. So anyone, if you live in a space, you can have Peerspace, right? Like it is the next Airbnb. It's going to be so hot. So why Peerspace? Generate additional income, monetize unused space, and create new revenue with minimal investment. It's flexible hosting opportunity. It's literally up to your schedule. You don't have to do it all the time. You can block off the entire month of October, November, December. You can do it however you see fit. Like I said in the beginning, you get to expand your network. I've met A-list celebrities. I've expanded my network throughout Atlanta with photographers and videographers and so many other people. It's mind-boggling. Easy to use platform. Again, it's free. It's an app. There's over 2 million users at this point. Like it's an easy to use platform. They have figured it out. They know what they make it pretty easy to use. Low barrier to entry. Again, all you need do you live in some sort of home, some sort of enclosed. Like if you do, you have an opportunity. So very low barrier to entry. You would be surprised. Some people like just empty warehouse spaces. Like they don't want anything just because it's a vibe. Like that's it. So you'd be surprised on how little expense this truly does cost, making it accessible to so many people. So that's why Peerspace, that's who it can be for. Now let's talk about the course curriculum and what we are going to learn in this course. So the first week, this is the free course. This is listing mastery. We are going to talk about all things listing mastery, right? So right now we're in the welcome video. We're talking about my results, how I've used Peerspace and what I've seen from it. We're going to talk about why Peerspace, who's Peerspace for. And after this, after we go through the course curriculum, we're going to talk about how to get support, where to ask questions, how to continue learning. So number 2, the next lesson after this one is master the basics. This, we're going to talk about the business principles you need to become extremely successful within Peerspace, where you're going to talk about your selecting your niche, your market research, selecting an avatar, your messaging, and how to create an offer, a compelling offer, one that sells. Then we're going to talk about the model. This is big picture planning. We're going to talk about how this business model, how I've set up this business model to gain traffic, how I funnel that traffic to ultimately convert into sales, and how I use a flywheel to continue using, pumping into that traffic and kind of have it never ending. Niche selection. This, we talk about it in Master the Basics, but we talk about it again. It's super important. Figure out who you want your niche to be. Well, more about that later. We have templates and worksheets we're going to go through, but this is a huge one. Finally, once we have all that, we are going to go through the listing creation optimization. I'm going to give you some of the best tips and secrets that you can use for your space when listing. Even after that one, we're talking about showcasing your space, whether that is working with some event planners, whether it's working with interior designers, definitely photographers, and I have options on either end of the spectrum. So if you want to pay someone to design your space and a photographer to take professional photos, I have those options, and I also have options that are completely free and are just online tools. So we're going to talk about all of that and your best practices. And number 7, we're going to talk about marketing. Promote as you build. We're going to talk about how to promote your space and implement your systems for growth. And lastly, the ascension path. Because this course, we can't get into everything. We get through a lot, and we get definitely high level and give you a good understanding, so that at the end of the course, you know you can have a listing and you can run with it. You'll be successful. This course will make you a couple $1,000s a month, if executed right and if you stay on it. But the ascension path is your shortcut to rapid success. If this sounds great and you like all these, you do these steps, but you're ready to go faster, that's when we can have an onboarding call. We'll plug you into our proprietary system, give you all the workflows, automations, the social media, the review follow-ups, the websites, the calendar integrations. It's everything. So if you want that, we do have a shortcut, and we'll talk about that briefly. Otherwise, everything here is to make you super successful, so that when you're ready for that next step, we hope that you choose to work with us. And this is definitely the building blocks leading to that point. So here's what we're going to go through the rest of the curriculum. So after we talk about the listing mastery, we're going to go into marketing boost, because that is where we're going to make, how do we get out in front of people and make sales. Week 3, we're going to talk about ops and automation, right? We're going to talk about staffing. We're going to talk about workflows, how to make this a passive income strategy so you can replicate it in the future. Then we're going to talk about money mastery and risk control. Money mastery is your financial templates, figuring out how do you budget, how much you pay people, and just good practices so that you can pursue further growth. Risk control talks about legal compliance, talks about documents, your contracts that you need if you go offline, instead of going through Peerspace for their insurance. But here's what I want to show is this week 1 is completely free. This is in our OMG Rentals school. This is the community that it's our free community we're building out. Essentially, this is where we are getting people. It's get your feet wet. If you have a Peerspace listing, if you have a Gigster listing, and you're just interested in learning more and talking to people, this is your, come here and meet people as well as see what other people are doing, best practices. But the bulk and the meat of everything is right in here, which is in the House Hackers course. Here we talk about very, very specific and detailed instructions and actions you can take to really optimize and push this business forward. Like I said, I started, made $0. Was just spending on rent, came into this. It took me 2 long years. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on employees, on courses, learning just like this, and I'm giving it all away. Everything I've learned in years of work, I'm synthesizing it all into this course for $97 a month. It's insane. You'll have our proprietary system to run with. I mean, it is unreal. So what is our goal? The goal is to transform your spaces into cash producing assets. And ultimately, we hope to achieve financial freedom. The vision is I want to build a thriving community of hosts who not only maximize bookings, but support each other and we scale income together, as well as share insights for success. The role we play here together, I want to create a movement. I think there is such an opportunity here. So I really hope you join me in sharing your journey, referring each other events if you can't manage. So I have a couple events where I'll be double booked, right? This is the community I'm going to turn to refer those events. See if there's a like space out there that would be interested in hosting in my area. So that's why I started this community, right, to help with staffing needs and filling, like say you need bartenders one weekend, someone canceled on you, right? I'm hoping this community will be that place where we can get needs addressed and really, really push on how we can just build this business. I truly am excited about this. I think it has so much potential. Ultimately, we're aiming for freedom, right? You want freedom on your terms. You choose when you're at the space. You choose when you rent the space. I want us to turn these into high-performing assets. Last but not least, it's possible, guys. Everything you need is within reach. This course alone, this free one, you'll see that I give you a bunch of templates, and you're gonna jumpstart this just out of this course alone. So all I'm asking, learn, apply. Nothing happens overnight. It takes time. It takes effort. Join the calls, get inspired, but take action. You have to take action if you want this to work. What are the rewards? Well, make sure you're sharing your host success in the community. You never know who you're going to inspire. Sometimes you never know when you need to see a post. So share your wins, be uplifted by the community. I also am going to reward some of these wins. So just out of random, if you post photos, screenshots, just videos, any of your achievements, you might get a shout out, you might get a reward. I'm at least picking one person each month to receive a one-on-one strategy session with me and my team, and you're going to be featured in our host spotlight. So even just posting, not even doing anything, just posting your success, you have a chance of winning something. So important things to remember, and this is super important. You don't know what you don't know. So consider how much that knowledge gap could be costing you today. You always need to seek growth, and if you're not willing to stick your neck out and learn something new, then someone else will. And by the time you realize you should have, it might be too late. So seek growth. I encourage you to try this, and if not this, try something, learn something. But you have to understand it's ultimately in your hands. No one's coming to save you. You're responsible for your outcomes. I believe the universe favors work. I don't know anyone who's worked endlessly and tirelessly and has not achieved success. but it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of action. I'm providing you guys all the tools and all the templates. I wish I had these 2 years ago when I started my journey, but you guys have everything you need to be successful, but it is up to you. This process is super straightforward, but it doesn't mean it's easy. You're going to have to embrace challenges. You're going to have to talk with people you don't like. Maybe you have a bad guest, right? You're going to have to settle disputes. Maybe you have to have a chargeback for refunds, right? There's all these things. So you need to push against the resistance if you want this to work. Things are going to happen. It's just the universe. It's Murphy's Law. I went a little out of order here, but do the work. Action leads to results. Learning alone won't pay the bills. You need to learn and then practice what you learn. Again, we want to inspire others. Share your victories with the community. Your success story could be the motivation someone else needs. But not only is it motivation, let's be selfish a little bit, right? Posting your listing or your success, now other people who might have a referral double booked on a weekend, they saw your space, they loved it, and they're like, wow, that's really unique. It's very similar to mine. I'm going to recommend they reach out to him or her, right? So post, be selfish, post about yourself, inspire others to win, as well as like keeping your listing and getting clicks onto your listing link. It's going to help you ultimately. So don't be afraid to post, but when you do post, make it quality, focus on adding value, thoughtful, well-written post. Low effort content doesn't contribute to the community, and it's going to be removed. Sheila is on top of that. She is one of the admins, working tirelessly to make sure you guys have everything you need, as well as answering questions. So she's been working with me for over a year. She's awesome. I'm sure you guys will all be familiar with her soon. So let's talk about how you can get help and support. Number one, the school course, the community, right? That's the best. Like if you have a quick question, put it in the course, put it in the community. Go to the questions tab category, type in your question. Someone probably will get back to you sooner than you think. That's where you can answer a lot of things. And if they're not answered, and that's if they're not answered in the course, right? So if it's not answered in this OMG Rentals free course, more than likely is answered in House Hackers. That's where we have very in-depth data. It's a way more put together. It's just really detailed, and that is the course that's supposed to breach you to over $10,000 a month. This course is supposed to get you to $3,000 to $5,000. But that next course, the free course is $3,000 to $5,000. That next course is going to bring you from $3,000 to $5,000 to over $10,000. So, and this is not a promise. I know we're working. This is templates that I've used that have made me successful in the past. That I've been able to manage. I've managed to do it twice. So, I hope that they work for everyone else. But for legal purposes, this is not financial advice. It is opinion. So, like I was saying, course and community, this is where you find your ideas, your motivation within the course and the community. We're here to help each other grow. Really, the only rules to the community, just no self-promotion, no product advertising, no job posts. I don't want this to be a Facebook group. Facebook groups suck. So let's just not do that. We will remove people who do that. But again, share your wins. Just have some conversation going around it. We're going to make quality posts and quality answers as well. We need quality questions to bring quality answers. So take your time, think through what you're asking, add videos and images if you think it will enrich and add knowledge to other people's. So where else can you get help? Well, if you join the House Hackers course, that I have a daily Q&A call. It is a daily coffee chat where it doesn't even have to be a Q&A. It could be, you could ask me what type of shampoo I use if you'd like. But I have this daily meeting, and that way you guys have access to me directly, and I have a kind of finger on the pulse on what you guys are interested in, what you guys want to know more about, so that we can provide that value. And you can get any of your questions answered here daily. So if you don't like the course of the community answers, you can ask me directly. Lastly, I do have a newsletter. It's 100% free, and it's all about course updates. So anything important, any announcements, those go through the course, the newsletter, and you'll also see them on the announcements page of the school community. So this is the link to the newsletter. It's just some, again, important updates. But now let's talk about the summary and what we covered today. So I want you guys today to understand the potential of Peerspace. Number two, I want you to take massive action. This opportunity is hotter than ever. It truly is the next Airbnb. You need to capitalize. There's no reason not to. If you like this material and you like the course content, please go to this and website and add it. I would love if you gave us a review. That would be awesome. We also, again, endless amounts of prizes here. You leave a testimonial. I also do give, I pick people out of the testimonial groups to win special prizes. Those are video testimonials. So that being said, let's get to work. I'll see you guys in the course.